From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with that other team here in the metropolitan area, the New York Giants. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
We're going to sign.
Mike is 50.
Red 80.
I got one. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Check the backer. Check the backer.
On first down, it's Darnold. And his first pass is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hey, red 80.
Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. That's where Crowder makes his hay in the slot. Jets hoping to see more of that going forward. He signed with him in March after the last 4 seasons being in Washington. Had 3 pretty good years, then sort of tailed off last season due in large part to an ankle injury. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. You go tight. You got tight right there. Hey, tight.
Now it's Darnold. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Pilot, 64, weak.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Jones now on 3rd down. It's caught. Shepard. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
Let's go.
A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019.
60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Echo. Ready.
Jones throwing on 1st down. Dotson with a grab over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Hey, exit. 54.
He can't hang.
5.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing, Jones. Flushed out right. It's brought in by Dotson. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's McKissick. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
91.
On 2nd and 1, Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Gallman. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 31, Jones, blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones under pressure again, and down he goes again. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case,
and it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Miles Jack with a sack.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Montgomery. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after it.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10.
Bang, 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 bang.
Now a run with Montgomery. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder. 81 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. gets a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Brandon Copeland able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Bravo.
50 seconds to move. 50 seconds.
Look, squeeze.
Check. Check. Check.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate, and it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now Riley Dixon on. He did his collegiate kicking upstate at Syracuse. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Man, 80. Switch.
He completes it to Peake. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Second down and 10, Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. And by the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. And overall, second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. Darnold now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Throwing again is Darnold. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame, there to get a hand in.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Kill.
Darnold to throw again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
I got you.
Darnold from the red zone now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I got you, punk.
To the air again, Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Montgomery a first down and then some. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ty Montgomery. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, First half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Switch, switch. Check 24, check 24.
Darnold from the gun. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Get him, get him, get him.
Check 4, check 4. Check 50, check 50.
Mark.
On 1st down, Darnold. Hooking up over the middle with Herndon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this they get to the football. It's blocked. So we have come to halftime, and what's already a 2. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Watch that.
Protein spill. Hey, wahoo.
57.
Now Jones off the play fake. Steps away to his left. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Darnold now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Check.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Randy Gregory. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
I got one. Check three. Check. No, lady.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's got Peak. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Man, 80. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Off of play action, Darnold. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Mike, check. 59. Ready? Defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play actions.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah McGuire, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Gallman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Jones, operating from the gun, escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Out to the right here to Shepard. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play, and facing a second and long. Second and long. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hey, Charlie, get it.
Jones now throwing again. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. He finds an opening past the 40. Still churning. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Jones on first down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Jones, and the pressure gets to him again. Leonard Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Jones. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. That turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
He gets it here to Pete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Mike outside. Silver, Silver.
On second down now, it's Montgomery. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on third.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences it springs free. Montgomery loses it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They'll run with McKissick. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. To Montgomery to begin the drive. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 27-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
On the carry, it's Montgomery. Montgomery, a first down and then some, as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
That's good for a Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all